All right, my fellow inventors, today I'm going to be walking you through how to file a provisional software patent. Now, a provisional patent allows you 12 months to figure out what you're going to do with your idea. So when you do go ahead and file for a proper patent, you can set the date of the idea to the day you file the provisional patent. And the great thing about filing a provisional patent is that you can apply it to a worldwide patent. You can go through PCT and apply to a plethora of countries that you're probably never going to have the money to sue for. But, you know, for me, the reason why I'm filing this patent is that, you know, I've filed patents before in my past. Usually I've had like a lawyer guy and they'd like type it up for me. My past experience, I actually drafted pretty much the whole of my last patent, but I gave a company £7,000 to file it. So I got a bit ripped off. So this time I figured, you know what? The application fee is only 110 Australian dollars. That's peanuts in real money. So I went ahead and I drafted the patent, and this guide is just purely about filing the patent. So if you're interested in finding out how to draft your own patent, you don't know how to do that, then leave a comment below and I can make a video about how to draft your own patent. It's pretty easy, especially if you're in, you know, the do you know how much it costs to get a professional lawyer? I paid $7,000 in the UK. Over in Australia, I'm getting quotes from $4,000 to $7,000 just to file a patent, which is worth $110. Of course, using a professional lawyer will give you more defenses, but in this case, the great thing about a provisional software patent or provisional patent in general is that you don't need to fill out the claims section. The claims sections is the most important part of your patent. Well, yeah, debatably it is, because that's what you're claiming you own. So your claims, you need to get that bulletproof because that will allow you to sue whoever you want. Now, personally, it's going to be really hard to enforce your patent anyway. So spending $7,000 for a patent you'll never enforce sounds, you know, a bit silly. But the great thing about having a provisional patent in the work is, one, it makes you look more professional if you go to investors. Two, it scares off some copycats if you want to, if you know, potentially your idea could be copied. And three, you can go ahead and start launching an alpha, a beta, going to conferences and showing your work, and you can have that patent pending sign on your application to show that, you know, it's cut above the rest, and of course, you know, scare off those copycats. There's probably some more, you know, ideas about it. You can also list yourself as a professional inventor. It's always cool. You know, I'm an inventor. I got patents in my name, that kind of cool stuff. Anyway, enjoy the show. I'm going to be walking you through exactly how to file a patent. And again, if you want to know how to draft a patent, just leave a comment below and I'll do a follow-up video on that. All right, so the first thing to do is you need to decide if you want to file into Australia only or internationally. For me, software is about international protection. You need to decide which countries you want to attack, i.e. US, UK, that kind of stuff. So the good thing is an Australian provisional application can act as a priority document for a PCT application. So a PCT application can give you international coverage, well, the option to apply to countries internationally, whereas an Australian patent will only protect you within Australia. So here we're going to be doing a provisional application, which is the easiest kind of application you can do when filing a patent. So first up, you want to search for IPA e-services. So that's services ipaustralia.gov.au, and you want to sign up for an account. Good stuff. For that, you need to give your name, your email address, password, some questions and answers, and decide if you're going to be registering as an individual or organization, and if you have an ABN. Once you've signed up and confirmed your email address, you can log in. There you go. So you click on patents and you want to apply for an Australian provisional patent. You give a reference for your application so you can continue the application at a future date, and the fee is listed on the top right and it's going to be 110 Australian dollars. So next, here you get to list all the authors of the patent and an address. Now this will be a published address, so it's recommended to use a parcel locker if you don't want your public address listed on there. You can also add additional applicants. Next. So I'm going to select the main applicant for communication, the main address for correspondence, and the same address correspondence, and contact person, that's my contact details. Next. Invention title, this is where you refer to your invention document and you give your title, add in your inventors, and then you attach the details of your specification in English, and it looks like he wants PDF, JPEG, TIFF, PNG, text, doc, XML, files. So I'm going to be exporting these results as PDFs. So for the provisional patent, you don't need to add in a claim. Claims are the most difficult part of a patent. It's the areas in which you're seeking protection. So for here, you just need to add in a description first. At this point, if you have any doubt, there's a great document that you can refer to, and it's the best practice guide for filing a patent in Australia. And to get it, it's best to search for it. So it's number 1 on the list, best practice guide for filing a patent. And this one has things like, for example, what kind of fonts you should use and what you should put in the description. Things like abstract. It tells you how much words should be in the abstract, and there's even example of abstract. So you can see an example of what you should put into the abstract or what you should put into the description. So in my case, I have an abstract here. I'm just going to click Save As, and I'm going to export it as a PDF because I find that PDFs are a lot easier to share. Now that's done, I'm just going to add it on. So I'm going to select figure 6 to accompany my abstract, and next. So that's it. You can look over the details, and I'll click add to cart. It's going to cost $110 and proceed to pay. There you go. That's it. You now have a provisional patent, and you have 12 months to get your act in order and figure out if it's worthy for pursuing internationally. After around 24 hours, you'll receive a new correspondence from Australian government's IP Australia, and you just log in, you go to My Portfolio, and you check out your correspondence, and there you'll find a message, and it will just have a full-on receipt about your filed patent. So your application will lapse in 2020. Please note your filing application doesn't entitle you to a claim because nothing's been granted at this stage. And that's it. You are now officially an inventor. All right, so now that you filed your patent, you're now officially an inventor. You can go disclose your idea. Leave a comment below. What did you patent? I patented how to do the guns pose. Yeah, copyright 2019.